Students, in previous class we discussed about activity 1. So in that we discussed about Swati's journey. So today we are discussing one more activity. So what is that activity? Now we will discuss graphs of objects moving at different uniform speed. So today we are discussing about one more activity. What is that activity? Graphs of objects moving at different uniform speed. Okay. So once you observe the graph, Anish and Hitesh raced from their home to school. Okay, Anish and Hitesh, they raced from their home to school. Hitesh ran at uniform speed, so did Anish. Okay, Hitesh ran at uniform speed, so Anish also ran at uniform speed. But their uniform speeds were different. But the uniform speeds of Hitesh and Anish are different. This graph too shows their motions. Here one graph is there, no? This graph too, that is showing the motions of Hitesh and Anish. Can you tell who ran faster just by looking at the graph? Yes, by seeing the graph we can say who ran faster. Okay, so Hitesh ran faster. How much time did Hitesh take to run from home to school? Calculate his average speed. How much time did Hitesh taken to run from home to school? Hitesh has taken 7 minutes to run from home to school. Once you observe the graph too, once you observe the Hitesh graph line, okay, so where it is ending on x-axis, he gave time. On x-axis he gave time in minutes. On y-axis he gave distance travelled in meters. So once you observe the Hitesh graph, where it is ending, last line once you observe. So here if we observe that it is ending at 7 minutes, okay, means Hitesh graph is ending at 7 minutes now. So Hitesh has taken 7 minutes to run from home to school. Okay, Hitesh has taken 7 minutes to run from home to school. So what is his average speed? What is the average speed of Hitesh? So how can we calculate the average speed? To calculate the average speed, we discussed one formula yesterday. What is that? Average speed equal to total distance travelled by total time taken to travel the distance. Okay, so here the distance between home and school, here given, no, on y-axis distance value is given, no, how much it will be? 840. What is that last value? Once you observe the graph, 840. Okay, the distance between home and school is 840 meters, sorry. So the distance between home and school is 840 meters. Then how much time Hitesh taken to cover the distance? Hitesh taken 7 minutes to cover the distance. Okay, so what is the average speed of Hitesh? Average speed is equals to total distance by total time taken. Here the total distance is 840 meters and the total time is 7 minutes. 840 by 7. Okay, then how much it will be? 120 meter per minute. So the average speed of Hitesh is 120 meter per minute. Okay, so next, what was the average speed of Anish? What is the average speed of Anish? Once you observe the Anish graph line, so here distance covered by the Anish is 840 meters. But he took more time to cover the distance, no? How much time he took? 14 minutes. He took 14 minutes to cover the distance. So the graph line is ending with the 14 minutes, no? Once you observe that x-axis. Okay. So Anish, he took 14 minutes to cover the distance. But the distance is 840 meters. So what is the average speed of Anish? Average speed is equals to total distance by total time taken, no? So the total distance between Anish home to school is 840 meters and the time taken to cover the distance is 14 minutes. So 840 by 14 means how much? 60 meter per minute. Okay, so average speed of Anish equal to total distance by total time taken. Total distance is 840 meters and the time taken to cover the distance is 14 minutes. 840 by 14 means 60 meter per minute. Okay, so now we will discuss about the relation between speed and the slope of a graph. Okay, now we will discuss about the relation between speed and the slope of a graph. If we have two graphs of uniform speed, we just by looking at the two lines can tell which speed is greater. Okay, if we have two graphs of uniform speed, we just by looking at the two lines we can tell which speed is greater. So here in this graph 2 we have two graphs. Okay, that is Anish and Hitesh. So both are moving with uniform speed only. Okay, both are moving with uniform speed only. Okay, so if we have two graphs of uniform speed, we just by looking at the two lines we can tell which speed is greater. If the two graphs of uniform motion will be there, just by seeing the graph who is growing with great speed, that we can say. Okay, so how can we say? See now, we should look at the angle that the two graph lines make with the x-axis. So which is whose speed is greater? To know that, we should see the angle that the two graph lines make with the x-axis. So here two graph lines will be there. No, Anish graph line is there, Hitesh graph line is there. So these two graph lines making some angle with the x-axis. Okay, so to say whose speed is greater, we should look at the angle that the two graph lines make with the x-axis. So we can estimate the slope of the graph lines from these angles. The greater the angle, greater the slope for a graph line. Okay, so greater the angle, the greater the slope of the graph line. So take another look on graph 2. Which graph line has greater slope, Hitesh or Anish? Okay, once you observe this graph 3, so in that graph, which graph line has greater slope, Hitesh or Anish? Hitesh graph has greater slope. Okay, Hitesh graph has greater slope. Okay, is his speed faster too? Yes, Hitesh has greater speed. Hitesh has greater speed. Any graph of uniform motion will be a straight line. Okay, the graph of uniform motion will be a straight line. The faster the speed of uniform motion, greater will be the slope of a graph line. Okay, so the faster will be the speed of a uniform motion, greater will be the slope of a graph line. So that is the angle that the graph line makes with x-axis will be greater. So the angle that the graph line makes with the x-axis will be larger. But remember, you can make such visual comparisons only between the graphs which have same scale. You cannot compare the graphs with a different scale just by looking them. Okay. Here in this, whose speed is greater, Hitesh or Anish? So who ran faster? Just by looking at the graph we can say Hitesh and Anish, uniform motions will be there. So who ran faster, Hitesh or Anish? Hitesh ran faster. So how can we say? Okay, to say this, we should see that the graph lines making an angle with the x-axis. If the angle made by the graph line is greater, then the speed of that body also greater. Okay, so here if we observe the angles made by the Hitesh and Anish with x-axis, Hitesh making greater angle with the x-axis when we compare with Anish. So if the angle made by the x-axis is greater, then its speed will be greater. So if we observe Hitesh and Anish graph, Hitesh making greater angle with the x-axis. So the speed of a Anish is greater. Okay, Hitesh has greater speed. Okay, so the faster will be the speed of a uniform motion, the greater will be the slope of the graph line. Okay, faster will be the speed of a uniform motion, greater will be the slope of a graph line. So that is the angle that the graph line makes with the x-axis will be larger. So here the angle made by the x-axis with the angle made by the x-axis with Hitesh graph is more larger. That's why Hitesh has greater speed. Okay, Hitesh ran faster. Okay, but remember, you can make such comparisons only between the graphs which have same scale. So when the graphs have same scale, that time only we should compare like this. So you cannot compare the graphs with different scales. For example, if the two graphs have different scale, that's time we should not compare this. When these two graphs have same scale, that time only we should make this type of comparisons. Next, now we will discuss about activity 3. So what is that activity? This activity is explaining about the graphs of stationary objects. Okay. So here Bhumika went to a journey and the data of her trip is given in table 3. So Bhumika, she went to a journey. So the details of journey are given in the table 3. So in the first column he given time in minutes, in second column he given distance travelled in meters. So in first 2 minutes she covered 60 meter distance. Next 2 to 4 minutes she covered 60 meter distance. Next 4 to 6 minutes she covered 60 meter distance. Next 6 to 8 minutes she covered 0 meters. Next 8 to 10 minutes she covered 0 meters. Next 10 to 12 meters she covered 0 meters. Next 12 to 14 meters again she covered 60 meters. Next 14 to 16 minutes she covered 60 meters distance. Can you say by looking at the table whether Bhumika rested somewhere during her journey? No, we are unable to say that. Okay. After walking, how many minutes did Bhumika take rest? For how many minutes did she take rest? No, the data given in the table does not give information that how much time Bhumika has taken rest. So the data which is given in the table, that does not give information that how much time Bhumika has taken rest. How would you show the duration of her rest in a graph? So the information given in the table is not suitable to draw the graph. So to understand how this to be done, let us draw a graph of Bhumika's journey. So to understand how this to be done, let us draw the graph of Bhumika's journey. But before we do this, we must rearrange the figures in table 3 and write them in the way we did for Swati's graph. Okay, with the help of this data which is given in the table 3, with that we cannot draw the graph. Okay, so to get the information, how much distance travelled by the Bhumika, how much time she taken rest, to know that we must arrange the data in the proper order to draw a graph. Okay, to observe table 4. First 2 minutes she covered 60 meter distance. Next, after 4 minutes she covered 60 plus 60, 120 meters. Next 6 minutes after, again she covered 60 meters, 120 plus 60, 180 meters. Next after 8 minutes she not covered any distance, 0. 0 means only 180 meters. Okay. Next after 10 minutes she covered 0 meter distance, means 180 plus 0, 180 only. Next after 12 minutes she covered 0 meter distance, means after 12 minutes also she travelled only, she does not travel, no, that's why her distance travelled by that Bhumika is 180 only. Next after 14 minutes she covered, she travelled 60 meter distance. After 14 minutes she travelled 60 meter distance, means 180 plus 60, 240 meters total distance covered. Next after 60 minutes she travelled 60 meters more. This 60 plus previous 240, total 300 meters distance she covered. Okay. Copy table 4 in your notebook and fill the blanks and use the data from table 4 to draw a graph of Bhumika journey. So here by using this table 4, draw the graph for Bhumika journey. Look at the graph and estimate the distance covered by Bhumika after 8 minutes. See the graph Okay, and say what is the distance covered by the Bhumika after 8 minutes. We can say yes, the distance traveled by the Bhumika after 8 minutes is 180 meter. How far did she traveled after 12 minutes? After 12 minutes, how far she traveled? She had traveled 180 meters. Okay. From 8 to 12 minutes of her journey, the time increased, but the total distance covered is remained same. Okay. From 8 to 12 minutes of her journey, the time is increased, but the total distance covered is remained same. Okay. Once you observe the table 4, from 8 to 12 minutes, time is increased, but the distance covered is not increased. Okay, it is remains same. So when any object stops at a place, the time continue to increase, but the distance covered does not change during its journey. So when any object stops at a place, the time is increasing, but the distance covered is not increasing. The distance covered does not change during its journey. Then the graph lines remain parallel to x-axis. This shows that the object is rest. So when the object is at rest position, when the object stop at a place, its time is increasing, but the distance covered does not changing. Then the graph line will be there, no? Then that graph line will be there, no? That will remains parallel to principal axis. If the object is at rest, that time the graph line will come parallel to x-axis. If the graph line is parallel to x-axis, then we can understood the object is at rest position. Okay, when the object is at rest position, then we can say that the graph line is parallel to x-axis. Okay, so like that we can say. Okay, so now by this data we can say the total distance traveled by the Bhumika is 300 meters, and how much time she taken to cover that total distance? 16 minutes. Okay, so after each 2 minutes how much distance she traveled, that also we can explain by seeing this data which is present in the table 4, and by the graph also we can understand. How to draw the graph, you know, no? So to draw the graph, on x-axis take 1 centimeter is equals to 2 minutes, on y-axis you take 1 centimeter is equals to 60 meters. Okay, next